Hello everyone! Welcome to the reveal of our mobile art studio. Now, let's go back a little bit to the beginning of the story. In early 2020, we decided to close or let go of our rented storefront studio space, the original home of the Living Room Community Art Studio. We moved as much stuff into storage as we could. We took as much programming online for our community as we were able to, and applied for a grant from the Ontario Trillium Foundation to help us reimagine the Living Room Community Art Studio and how we could support our community more effectively. With their support, we bought a bus and began the process of converting it into a mobile art hive and place-making machine on wheels. Remember what it looked like? Yeah, it's okay. It's a bus. But now, introducing your new Mobile Art Hive. Converted from a 2009 Chevy short bus, we worked with some amazing people to make a few changes so that we can bring the studio to you in your community wherever you might be. Now, we knew that we couldn't fit people on the bus to make art inside, so we decided to go with this whole food truck metaphor thing and make it fun, except instead of selling tacos, we'll be sharing free arts experiences, art kits, supplies, workshops, all of the things wherever you are. So some of the changes that we've made, well, you can see we've introduced these amazing counters that pop up and secure in place so that we can set workshop kits on and supplies on for folks. People can even pull up a stool to work at these counters when things are a bit quieter. And of course we have this counter that's a little higher, at a more of a traditional food truck kind of height. But we knew that wasn't going to be accessible for everyone, so we made sure to have this lower counter installed as well. You're going to notice that there are electrical outlets by each counter. There's one right here too. And what this means is that we'll be able to plug in to use some supplies that we always used to use at the studio. So glue guns, wood burners, sewing machines, amplifiers, anything to help you make the art the way you want to. And we've got some really cool batteries inside that mean we don't have to plug into a generator to get that power, which is just really awesome. Now, we didn't want to cut a big hole in the side of the vehicle, so we decided to work with the windows that were already here and source some new bus windows, some emergency bus windows. All of them pop up and secure in place with these cool little braces. Above these windows, you'll see this big metal plate. That is where the awning is going to go. We have a big awning on order. It's just not here yet because of the pandemic, so we're still experiencing some delays and surprises along the way. But when it does come, it's going to be this beautiful thing that will be able to provide a little bit of shade covering for anyone who works with us outside in front of the bus. It's also had a lovely new fresh coat of Baffin blue paint, which is gorgeous. But it's not as colorful as you might think a mobile art hive should be. We didn't want to do any additional painting because of, well, winter time. So we're going to wait till the spring or summer to get started and add a little bit more decoration to the outside of the bus so that you'll see us when we're coming. So there's still some work to do, as you can see, but for now, it's pretty awesome and we can't wait to get it out there. But enough about the outside of the vehicle. Do you want to see the inside of the Mobile Art Hive? Come on, I'll show you. So welcome to the inside of the Mobile Art Hive. Now, as you can see, it's been through quite a transformation since when it was just a bus to now. We've had new flooring installed, storage and electrics installed. Basically, there's enough space for our staff and volunteers to move around comfortably and safely so that we can get you the materials you need to do what you want to do creatively. And it was really important to us that we have as many supplies as possible on this vehicle. So there's a little bit of everything that you would have found in the old studio space, from yarn to markers and pencil crayons, pencils, paper, paint, scissors, twigs, stones, pom-poms, buttons, anything you can imagine. If you're looking for something or hoping we have something, all you have to do is ask and we'll get it for you so that you can create whatever it is you want to create. Of course, the Mobile Art Studio and Art Hive life in general isn't just about the things we make with one another, but it's about the experiences we create and how we come together to do that. So it was really important for us that we had enough space in the Mobile Art Hive to haul around things like tables and chairs and exhibit grids or backdrops, big projects, quilting frames, things that we can pull out and set up outside of the studio to create space and place make around the Mobile Art Hive and make it really exciting. And of course, one of the things that might help with that is the batteries that we have here. So let me just give you a little peek at what those look like. Having batteries like this was really important to us because we're going to be bringing the studio to you and we don't know exactly where you'll be. So we don't want to have to rely on plugging into shore power or connecting to a noisy generator. We want to be able to do things where we are with what we have. And having these means that we can do really fun things like host open mic nights or maybe even have film festivals or just simply have some lights on so that folks can work on their art at nighttime. And there's a sink. We had a pump sink installed so that we can clean up and wash our paintbrushes. Always wash your paintbrushes. Another thing I love about this space is the potential to use it as an office and to create content here, to host live streams from here. Of course, this will also be one of the places where we put together your workshop kits. So when we talk about workshop kits, they're kind of like specials of the day for us. You know you'll always be able to come and ask for the supplies you need and use them, but we're always going to have 2 or 3 free workshop kits available for you. And these kits will be created by local artists and change makers in the community, inspired by a whole bunch of different things, often featuring materials that we happen to have readily available at that time. Seasonal supplies, I suppose. So, for example, got a whole bunch of paint chips that were going to be thrown out but were saved and donated to us. We'll put together a DIY hanging mobile kit with them. It's still early days for the Mobile Art Hive project, so to be honest, we don't know what to expect, but we're excited to find out. So we've taken it out on the road a few times to test it out and to introduce it to some folks out there in the community who have been big champions of the Living Room project right from the very beginning. Today, I'm here with Jennifer French, Oshawa's MPP, to introduce her to the new Mobile Art Hive project, but also to say thank you to Trillium because they were the folks who helped make this project happen.
I'm very, very pleased to be here and to thank the Ontario Trillium Foundation for once again investing in Oshawa. This is a really special project, but it is not only what you see here. It has been quite a journey, and we wanted to thank Ontario Trillium Foundation for seeing the potential all the way along and the need for creative resilience here in Oshawa. So again, thank you on behalf of Oshawa to the Ontario Trillium Foundation. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. So again, it's going to go a long way. Literally, we're going to travel and share that creativity and resilience across the community.
You want to see inside?
Yes, I'm dying to see inside. I have to stand out here. I can peek in the windows.
Oh, well, I thank you. Thank you very much for that. That was just graceful.
It was so graceful, wasn't it?
Mary Krohnert, thank you so much for joining us and being here for, I guess, kind of the reveal of our Mobile Art Hive.
It is very, very cool. I got to say, it's so good to be able to see you, Mary. And you know what? Your contribution to our community plays such a significant role. Not only what you're doing today, but what you've done in the past. And being able to see the kind of things that you're bringing to our community to lift us up, give hope, tap into people's talents. Well, I'm just so grateful for that. And I know that Trillium's played a really important part in regards to launching this. I know this is an exciting time for you and your team. And I'm just grateful as the mayor of the great city of Oshawa. I just need to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
I won't touch anything. I failed grade 8 art.
You don't?
You don't want to see what I would make. It'd be terrible.
That's a challenge.
Well, I hope it helps to reintegrate people. You know, people are looking for reconnection, and the living room has been such a big part of that in its different forms. You know, this is a different form, but in the same spirit, where people connect and express and figure out what's going on internally and externally. And so I think it's going to be more of that, just in a different container.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you should get yourself a new pair of gloves. Look at, you're missing the poor thing. The whole poor. So the beauty that I see about this is that you can get people who have never done art, and might see this and say, okay, well, how cool is this? And then they can be exposed to something at that grassroots level, get their feet wet, and then they're off and running. And maybe they come back to you, and maybe you say, well, in your area you can go to this studio or you can go here, and then all of a sudden you've got the farm system going. So I just see this as planting seeds.
I don't even know where to look.
I know.
I'm so overstimulated right now. Everywhere I look, I see an adventure. It's got the same feel as the living room in a different way. This is a sort of a clean canvas. Like, I can't believe that there's no, you know, there's not pastel ground into the floor, that there isn't paint on the surfaces, that this is shiny and clean and white and hasn't been stickered or painted. So I'm excited to see what this becomes. Like, I saw it when it was empty, so I'm super excited to see it with magic already in it. But once the actual magic starts landing on the floor and the sequins and the sparkles, I think it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you. You've seen our project from the very, very beginning to what it is now. You've seen all the stages. It's another exciting chapter.
Well, and our downtown has loved you, and our downtown has missed you. And I think now to have you portable is going to be really, really awesome.
Do you know what's amazing? What you're able to do and what you're trying to bring to our community does a couple different things. It's obvious about the art aspect or the expression aspect, but people maybe don't understand that some individuals come from very complex places, and the best way to be able to express them is not in words, but in writings, in dance, and in music, and in art itself, illustrating it. And it's a way for people to be able to deal with some of the challenges and hurdles that they're facing in their life. And creating that space for people to have that therapeutic opportunity plays a significant role. So you've done a great job for our community for such a long time. I know this new adventure is going to be a great success, and I'm just excited for you. I'm excited for our community. This is unique, this is innovative, and I got to tell you something. I'm waiting for the warmer weather because I can't wait to have that opportunity.
Thank you, Jen.
I love your vision. Your visions are awesome.
We couldn't have done any of this without the support of you, our community, and the support of the Ontario Trillium Foundation. Because of their Resilient Communities grant, in 2021 alone, we were able to host over 300 hours of online programming, connect community members with artists from all over the world. We were able to transform an old bus into a art hive on wheels and create hundreds of workshop kits to hand out as we move forward. It has been a wild ride, but we're so excited to see what happens next. We're just at the beginning of this new chapter in the Living Room's adventure, and well, the only thing that's missing is you. We can't wait to get out there with the Mobile Art Hive, and create some community with you. See you soon.